Hello, I'm gonna draw some sea turtles. Never drawn sea turtles before, and I just wanna give it a shot. We got some shells. They're kind of. Gotta shake up my pen here a little. Get it flowing. We got shells that are flat to curved in a way. They kind of do this dealio. And they're definitely like. Some of them are more like the scales are kind of individually viewable. There was a better word for that didn't quite pop into my head. Well, I've got a whole mess of reference images. I just pulled up an image search and I have an extension called Fox Scroller. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Fox Scroller. It's just a screen reading, not screen reading, but auto scrolling extension for Firefox. I like how some of the turtles, they got these really long necks and heads. They got this kind of yeah. They got these flippers. Their flippers kind of look. I mean, it's scales, but some of them kind of look serrated almost. I got this kind of vibe to it. And then, and their back flippers. These images don't really. A lot of them don't give a great view of the back flippers, but they're almost like flat, like smooshed flat feet a little bit because of the. I don't know. And then get some undershell. Is this a perfect drawing of a sea turtle? Certainly not. And kind of want to. A lot of the shell edge scales are kind of like this cool kind of frame. That's a little more angled than they are in real life, but we're dealing. And then the inner scales on the shell are much larger. You're an artist, you can make stuff up. I am simultaneously studying and simplifying. So I'm looking at these images and I want to get the important things correct. I want it to look like a sea turtle, right? However, I want it to look like my sea turtle. So I'm not trying to, please sea turtle anatomy experts with my anatomy knowledge. I'm trying to make an image that is recognizable. I don't know why I floated these scales. And fixing them obviously makes the image look less clean, but I didn't like how they were floating out there, so I attached them. Just gave them a place to call their own. I'm looking at my reference images for the top of a head. The thing is about just hitting up the image search is that you don't always have an image of what it is exactly that you want right in front of your face. But the reason why I do an image search and just hit the auto scroll button rather than rather than trying to find the perfect reference image, right? First of all, if you're using one single reference image, then you're just copying the reference image, right? And you don't have to do as much thinking if you're just copying the reference image. But you're just copying the reference image. And you can still learn that way. It's not a bad thing. The biggest trouble I have with the copying the reference image is you get one drawing that you did of one photo that you looked at, and if your drawing doesn't look like the photo, you're mad, and you don't necessarily have the rights to use that photo, right? Copyright, in theory, is supposed to protect artists, but in reality, in our day and age, it protects the people who own the stock images, right? The giant corporations that not only own the stock images, but steal the rights to the stock images and use it to train AI and all that jazz. And I'm playing around here. This isn't, we're just messing around. We got adding what I feel like I want to add. A little bit of darkness to this fin here, just to the bottoms. Try and suggest that it's a little more rounded. The feet are kind of flat, but I want to give them some texture. And this isn't a realistic texture. But again, I'm not drawing for an anatomy book, so who cares? Darken some of these little scales. Put another scale there, why not? These, I I made these little kind of between scales. All the scales around the edge are just made up. Not something I saw. They're inspired by what I saw in the pictures of turtles, but I just thought they'd be cool. And I like them. Can I fit one? Can I get one here that make it look like it belongs? Maybe. You know. A lot of these turtles have cool markings. I don't want to distract too much from the eyes in terms of value on the head. Well, that's how much I was able to figure out about drawing turtles in 11 minutes.